Hi, my name is Wayne and welcome to my channel. Today we're going to talk about changing a air filter on a W222 2018 Mercedes-Benz S560. We changed the air filter on a W222 2016 S550. Similar, but the procedure is a little bit different. We're going to go ahead, we're going to show you how simple it is to change it yourself and save some money. This is part of my B5 service, which is due in 1,200 miles. And part of the B5 service is doing a brake flush, doing a oil filter and oil change, the air filter for the engine, the cabin filter for the car, doing the various checks, putting the car in the lift and all this various stuff. So you can do half of that stuff yourself, save some money. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do something a little bit differently that I normally do, and I'm gonna explain the reason why. So let's go inside the car. I'm gonna tell you the part number for the air filter for your car, and then I'm gonna tell you something a little bit a different part number. All right, so the part number for the air filter for the 2018 Mercedes-Benz S560 is 278-094-000490, and you can go to the various website that I showed you in a previous video where to get the parts. You can even go to the dealership and give them the make, model of your car or the VIN number, or if you are a regular customer, they'll just give them your cell phone number and they'll bring up your car and give you the right part that way. So as far as the dealership is concerned, if you've gone to the dealership enough time, I've been to 2 in this area, where when I go there and I get parts, they give me a discount because I've been going to that dealership when I had my 2000 E320 and over the years upgraded my car to the 2016 S560. Now I have 2018 the 2016 S550. Now I have a 2018 S560, and so that discount goes with you. So if you need the part right away and you can't wait for them to ship it to you, go to the dealership. And like I said, I have 2 dealerships that I can go to and get parts. But today I'm gonna do something a little bit differently, and I'm gonna tell you the reason why. But I'm gonna show you the air filter that I got. This is by MAN, and MAN is one of the companies where you can get parts for your car. And if any one of you can guess the reason why I'm not getting a Mercedes-Benz air filter, and you probably guessed right, the car is out of warranty. And I never put extended warranty on the car because I basically maintain it myself, and anything that's wrong with the car, I can afford to pay for it out of pocket. So this is a MAN air filter, and there's nothing wrong with going outside of it, but I'm going to tell you something. This is basically what it looked like, and of course you have to get 2, so you have 8 cylinders, you have 2 air filter and engine. And now the reason why I over the course of the videos that I've done is getting Mercedes parts, getting Mercedes part. And I've done that for a reason. If your car is still under the warranty or the extended warranty, you want to put original Mercedes parts in that car, because God forbid you bring your car in and they do service and they find out that the part that you put in is not a Mercedes part, you can actually void your warranty. So I want to be perfectly clear. Since this car is out of warranty, anything that happens to this car, I'm paying for it. So guess what? I can put anything in it. Just keep in mind that you want to be careful. Don't be cheap. Don't be too cheap putting cheap stuff in your car, because down the road, 6 months, 8 months down the road, something happens and oh man, it's that part that I put in back a couple months ago. So you want to try to stay relevant. And so this is the MAN air filter, and everyone heard of MAN. There's Bosch, there's other manufacturers out there, but today we're gonna change the air filter. I'm gonna go ahead and change the view again and show you the procedure and the tools that you're gonna need to get started. So let's get started. We're gonna go ahead, we're gonna pop the hood. Okay. Go ahead, lift this up. And of course we have the cover that's covering, and it's basically there's 4 clips underneath the cover. There's one here, there's one there, there's one here, There's one here. You're gonna go ahead and gently pry it like that. Come back here and pry that like that. Come here, pry it like that. This one over here, same thing. Pry it, the whole thing comes out. And we'll put this in a safe place, which is over here. This is our air filter. We got one on this side, we got one on this side. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna loosen out the bolt here. We're gonna loosen out the bolt here. These are the screws, these are hex screws. I'm gonna show you what tools go into them. You have 4, and there's supposed to be some kind of electrical connector, which is in the back. We'll go ahead and get to that. But let's get started. I'm gonna go and get my tools, and then we'll get those 2 air filters replaced. Now, if you notice anything about this engine, if you remember the 2016 when I did the videos, there used to be a belt, and I don't see a belt in front of this engine here. Everything is a little bit different. This was back over here. The turbos was on the side for the 2016. The oil filter for the 2016 was right here. The oil dipstick for 2016 was right here. Some of you have it in the front. So this engine is vastly different. We still have the components over here, which is the antifreeze, the windshield wiper. We have the brakes over here. So similar, but a little bit different. So the procedure is basically almost identical in replacing the air filter. But let me stop talking and get the tools, and let's get started. All right, so for the clamp that's here, the tool, let's see what size this is. This is a 7mm. This is gonna go here. You're gonna do that to loosen that out. And then for the hex, we'll see what tool is needed for this one. I'm gonna take this, I'm gonna turn it. And this is a 4mm. All right, so 4mm to loosen out this, to loosen out this one. You have this one here, you have this one here, and we do the same for that one. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we're gonna get an extension for this one. All right, so we got that. Come in here. We'll loosen that out. All right, so if you can see the little separation right there, the screw doesn't come all the way out, but it's good enough where we can actually open this up. So let's go ahead and do the next one. All right, that one's loose as well. You're gonna do this one here. All right, that's all loose. All right, there's one more back here, which is right there. We're gonna loosen that one out as well. All right, that's done. You can actually see the filter, which is right there. All right, so basically what I'm doing, I'm lifting this up with my hand, and the filter is right there. No need to disconnect anything else. We can actually just lift it up like this, and I can tell that's a little bit dirty, so which is good, because this also affects your fuel. So we can go ahead and take this out. And oh yeah, this bad boy is dirty. So definitely glad we're doing this now. And I haven't basically changed anything on this car except for the oil and the front and rear brakes. This is now the engine air filter. I'm going to do the cabin filter next part of the B5 service that I'm doing myself. And this car, the engine is fairly young. It's in its 40s, 40,000 miles. That's nothing. You know, I'm used to cars that have 100,000+ miles the past couple years that I used to own. But yeah, let's go ahead and get the new filter, slide it in the slot, and then we'll do the other one. No need to remove any electrical. The manual says disconnect the electrical cable, but I'm not going to do that. I want to try to do the least amount of work for the end result, which is to remove the air filter. All right, let's get the new filter. All right, so we got the man air filter. Part number for the man air filter is 6317709401004. And of course you need two of them, one for this side, one for that side. So let's go ahead and just you know, compare the two just for kicks and see what it looks like. All right, let's turn this over. Exact match. So I shouldn't have any issues whatsoever putting this into the casing for that. So let's go ahead and do that now. All right, before we do that, we'll just lift the cover up, remove the leaf and any other thing that's there's another leaf there, and then put the air filter in. And for those of you who love the cold weather, come up to New York. The blizzard is coming soon, and the snow. And like I said, if you love the cold weather, New York is the place for you. Matter of fact, I'm gonna get my little vacuum and suck up all that stuff that's in there before I put in the air filter. But of course, before I do that, you can see the big difference between the old air filter and the brand new one. So it was definitely time for a change for this car. All right, got my handy vacuum here, and let's go ahead and turn it on and just clear out the Alright, it's all clean. Now we're going to put in the new air filter. Alright, so we're going to turn this off, this air filter around. We're going to lift this up. We're going to go ahead and slide this new one in. Try not to get the new air filter dirty with your dirty fingers. Put it in like that, it sits like that. That's the way it goes. We're gonna do everything in reverse. You want to make sure everything is nice and snug with your hand first before tighten up anything. So go ahead and do this by hand first. We'll do the back first and move out to the front. We'll just tighten the back first. I'm not going to tighten it all the way. I'm going to do the side as well. And be careful not to drop anything in the side of the engine. The engine is pretty tight, so in terms of putting your hands on the side or anything like that. Okay. All right, so if you want to know the airflow, air comes in, goes into the duct, comes here, goes up, air filter cleans out any dirt, comes over here, goes into the turbo, goes into the engine. So we're gonna get our 4mm. Gonna loosen out this, which I've already done already. Take this, loosen that, loosen this one out. Remember, you have one in the back, which is here. Loosen that one out. Come here, loosen this. Come here and loosen this one. And then when you finish loosen, you want to take your hand, and this is good. Basically wiggle this until the 2 points are separated, like what I'm doing here. So see how I was able to lift up my hand, not a lot of force, you don't want to break anything. And we're just gonna slide the air filter out, and we're gonna see how dirty this one is. All right, this is just as dirty as the one on the left. So, and yeah, it was time for a change. All right, so let's get the other man air filter. We'll put it in. We'll tighten up the screws, the hex screws, and then we'll be done. Of course, we gotta put back the cover. Let's see if there's anything in here where I gotta use the vacuum. Yeah, I'm gonna get the vacuum and vacuum any kind of dirt that's in there in the housing. We got more dirt and grime and that one there as well, so we're gonna clean that up. All right, let's check to see if everything is clean. If everything is. All right, we can go ahead and put in the second air filter, and then we'll be done for the day. All right, and so this video is dedicated to a subscriber. I had this video on my list as part of the series of the maintenance for this car. Matter of fact, I have 20 videos lined up down the pipe work that I have to do for this car. So, and any other thing that comes to my mind. This is the new filter, and let's compare it to the old filter. All right, big difference. All right, so let's go ahead and insert this one. This is going to be inserted like that. So I'm going to go ahead and use 2 hands and insert it. All right, so the new air filter is inserted. We're going to go ahead and adjust the housing by hand. Make sure everything fits before we tighten up any of the screws. I adjusted the housing, push it down over the filter, make sure the screws line up, and then I'm going to go ahead and tighten them. I'm going to start with the back screw first. And this screw here, and then we'll move on to the screws in the front, and then we'll put the cover back on, and then we'll be good to go. Do the first screw. I'm gonna do the first hex by hand first, and then we get the tool and finish the rest. You don't want to over tighten your screws either, or your hex nut. Okay. Do this one here. Okay, stop there. And then we'll do the last one, which is here. Like I said, you don't want to over tighten your stuff. put the engine cover back on. Remember the 4 slots I told you about earlier? You got one here, you got one there, you got one here, you got one here. Take the cover, you see the 4 slots, 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks like we have 2 more in the front. Pipe for this slot here and this slot here. Take this, make sure they line up. Line that one up there. Line this one up here. Like that. Push down with your hand. Come over here, same thing. Make sure everything is lined up. Push down with your hand. Push down with your hand. Hand. All right, as long as you hear the snap. All right, so hopefully you learned a lot. Fairly simple. It does involve a little bit of work. It's always good to have a good tool set. Like I always say, subscribe and like, and I'll talk to you soon.